Hi, it's Andre again, this time with an update on the IEEE488 interface for the PET replica I showed last time, link in the description below. Some IEEE488 update on the microPET and an interface to use the PC as a disk drive for the microPET. So stay tuned and let's have some 8-bit time. The PET replica I showed last time has this IEEE488 card. It's a PETIO board, and it was using the Motorola 3446 drivers, and I've made an update to use the 74LS641 drivers here on the board that are the same that are in the microPET. So there is no part anymore that cannot be obtained right now at the moment. This IEEE488 card is capable of being used as a disk drive for another Commodore PET, because it's got the ATN acknowledge circuitry from the disk drive on here as well. And I've now updated the microPET board to be able to use that same schematic also. So this is an update to the microPET version 2.1, which you can see here and which is on the website. Has this feature as well. You may know that I'm the author of the XD2031 firmware for Arduino devices, that they can be used as disk drives for Commodore computers. So I'm supporting, for example, this XS1541 device with an Atmega microcontroller here. And you can use it for PETs with an IEEE488 interface, and you can use it with a serial IEC bus on the on a C64, for example. But those devices are old, and so I decided to build a new one. This is the one you can see here, which is also plugged into the back of that microPET. This is a what I call Nano488. It's getting in focus. So and this is trying to be minimum interface between the PC, which is connected here to the USB cable of an Arduino Nano, and then here on the IEEE488 interface. You can think of it as a kind of Arduino shield. So this is really basic. It only has the IEEE488 drivers, the ATN acknowledge hardware, which is used to make the to do the response from the disk drive, so you don't get a device not present error. And then you have those connectors. You can plug it directly into the IEEE488 connector of the PET. You can attach a standard IEEE488 cable. There is a flat ribbon connector here, and there is the so basically the same again as the Commodore Board Edge connector. You can use the Arduino Nano, which is very small in terms of memory, and so you can basically only do a load and save. But you can also use the Arduino Nano Every, which is on the same board. This has more RAM on it, more memory, and there you have all the goodies like disk block oriented disk image access on the PC, or REL files, which are capable with the Arduino Nano Every. So let me show you around the device and the software. You can use the device here basically when it's connected to the PC, and there you have that have to start the server on the command line, and you have to give it the serial device, which is this one for the Arduino Nano Every. If you're using a standard an Arduino Nano or like the XS1541, they are opening up a standard serial device, TTY USB, that's detected automatically. This is the runtime directory that is being used, and all the relative statement file folder addresses, so to say, for assigns are taken from there. So drive 0 is automatically assigned to this runtime directory if you don't remove that assign. Here drive 1 is going to the test subfolder, and then we have drive 9 going to somewhere else, and -v would be verbose. We start the server, and then if you want we can reset the device, and then you can see there is this is the Nano Every, because it's Nano488 here, and firmware version 093. So now let's see what the device says. Okay, the device says it's here, it's the right firmware, and then we have a look into the firmware here. We have the drive 1 as well, and there you see you have, for example, there is a folder, a directory, subdirectory called rel disk. And if you look at the actual folder here in the, let me try it this way, you can see this is actually a D64 image. But this is hidden here because of the way the software works, and therefore you can actually do a CD into this one. What's the name again? Disk. So, and then we can do a, and there we are. We see the content of this directory, and you can have as up to 10 drives, and you can see here this is a different program, a different folder. This is drive 9 that I had assigned as well. So, and there's even more to that, because the software has a socket that it's opening, and then you can actually control it via a separate command line utility called xdcmd, and then you can do you can connect to it and give it, it's not perfect, right, but anyway, and you can see the content the same way. Well, that's ls, that's list for Unix, but if you go dir, you can see it in the way the Commodore sees it, right? And you can send all the commands to the firmware via this command line utility. So that was a short update for today. Hope you like it, and see you next time. Thanks for watching.